welcome back to Bennystake. I'm your girl Benny, and child, I didn't even reach my goal last year. I was supposed to have 10,000 subscribers. I didn't have it, right? It's my own fault. I'm not even mad because I wasn't as consistent as I know I should have been. So I'm not mad, but we did grow. We grew so much. So thank y'all so much, and Happy New Year. Okay, this is a new year. We're gonna do some things, and I feel like for me, as far as that consistency, I just gotta relax and do things the way that is a little bit more authentic to me. You know what I'm saying? And sitting on my couch, just lounging and not overthinking certain things allows for me to be a little bit more consistent. On Instagram, we reached 1 million followers, and that happened just organically. That happened with me sitting on my couch, just talking, sitting in my car, just talking, not really overthinking things. And I feel like YouTube is such a different beast, right? Where you kind of have to just, figure these things out. So that's what I'm gonna do differently. Just come on a little bit more authentically. Like right now, I'm sitting, edges is not done, whatever is happening, but I'm watching Pop the Balloon. And y'all have said y'all want me to react to Pop the Balloon, so I'm gonna be watching it, and I'm just gonna give my honest, real time, commentary, and see just like how that goes. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you're always on when I upload, and let's go ahead and get into it
as well.
Okay, what do you like to do for fun?
We love a man that has a job. Okay.
Jet skis, dirt bikes.
Okay.
You're a little nervous though.
Okay.
Swimming, going to the beach, and I like to dance.
All right. Now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a caring woman.
Okay.
Someone that's kind, considerate. Someone that's kind, considerate.
You said that already.
Knows what she wants out of life. Creative. Yeah.
Okay.
And a nurturer.
All right. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Lack of empathy. I'd say selfishness.
Okay.
When y'all come on and you say your deal breaker is selfishness and lack of empathy, who do you in your mind gonna raise their hand or pop their balloon and say, you know what, I'm actually selfish? One thing about selfish people, they're never gonna let you know they're selfish. Soon as you get with them, that's how you gonna find out they're selfish. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta come up with better deal breakers. Somebody was unkind. Who gonna be like, you know what, never mind, I'm nasty? Nobody gonna say that. You know? Comment down below and let me know what's like a good deal breaker somebody can say on here. You know, I feel like for me, practical things. Do you want kids? You know, like somebody who has kids could be a deal breaker. Faith could be a deal breaker. I don't know, real tangible things that would be like, okay, now that separates this person from Sally and Sally from Cindy Crawford. You know what I'm saying? If you say selfish, nobody gonna say they're selfish. You know what I'm saying?
And I know this is the hard part, but I'm gonna have you pop 2 balloons.
This guy was very respectful. I'm not gonna lie. I liked him a lot. Let me actually not say that, because some of these people you say they're respectful and then 5 minutes later they want to embarrass you.
You are all beautiful.
Let's just wait and see. We gonna find out. I like how deep his voice is. His voice is very deep. And for whatever reason he said eyebrows on fleek. If that ain't 2015, I don't know what that is. I've not heard somebody use fleek
I just wanted to hear him out.
in like forever.
In a society that I would say glorifies extrinsic values such as wealth and social status, what would be an intrinsic value that is important to you?
No, sir. Come on.
Let's talk.
I felt like I was in a business class.
What? Why would you want to stress the people of God? Now they gotta sit over here and try to calculate and figure out what intrinsic means. What they gonna say now?
Here, name and age.
Hey, my name's Shalane. I am 32 years old.
And Shalane, what do you do?
I am an office manager for like a really big company, and I also model part-time to supplement that income.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
I'm thinking empathy, maybe.
Immediately that baby is like, please don't stress people out. It's already nerve-wracking enough. Why you gotta come over here and be intrinsic? You know what I'm saying?
B would be a good answer. Like, I kind of forgot the question.
You want me to repeat it for you?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so what would be an intrinsic value that is important to you?
Okay, yeah, so my answer stands. There would be empathy. I think navigating this society, this world with empathy is super important because it allows you to like understand people and just you're able to kind of relate to people.
But it was given like, you know, when you ask someone how to spell like a word and they sound it out for you, and these people don't know how to spell it there. Like, she clearly didn't want to say she didn't understand the question, and that was his opportunity to be like, intrinsic value, and I mean, for example, this. But
and then on top of that too, I feel like the way he even stopped, like intrinsic, it was just kind of like, okay, if you dumb, just say that, like, girl.
Like, what you mean? I said intrinsic.
Exactly, you're supposed to know intrinsic.
That one, like,
right? Like if somebody did like use a different word, like for real. Her answer was dope though. I'm not mad at it, but like also please don't stress out the people of God.
And Lynn, what do you do?
I'm a design engineer.
Okay, so if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
What do you mean by intrinsic?
Okay, so extrinsic would be in the realm.
So is it intrinsic or is it extrinsic? Because I feel like this baby's changing this word every 5 minutes. Y'all heard him, right? At first he said intrinsic, which would be something what? Like innate, right? Like something of value that's innate. Which again, the other girl's answer, empathy or whatever, would hold. Now he's saying what he said? Hold on. Let me play it
I
back.
appreciate your answer.
Your name and age.
He trying
My
to
name
sound
is
real
Lynn. I'm,
smart on the
28.
kids.
And Lynn, what do you do?
I'm a design engineer.
Okay, so if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
What do you mean by intrinsic?
Okay, so extrinsic would be in the.
Is it intrinsic or extrinsic? Eh? Which is hey? Which is it, sir? Oh my God!
Realm of social status, popularity, wealth. So basically the opposite of that, something you can't see physically off, initial, something that's like internal.
That I value?
Yes.
Okay. For me, I would say humbleness, just based off what I do for work and the.
It's
like, how far I've
humility, my
come.
sister,
I
not
would
humbleness.
say
It's
that
humility.
I'm very humble with where I am today, and I just feel like.
Take your time.
Yeah, I would say humbleness, just because like life is short and you never know the different paths that people walk. So I'd never judge a book by its cover, regardless of how much money you have or how much money you don't. I just feel that everyone should just be humble. And yeah, I would say humbleness. Yeah. Based off like
You
my
could stop it
lifestyle
at this
and
point
what
right now.
and
Now
kinda
we
like my
just
day-to-day.
talk.
I don't feel that I'm better or lesser than anyone. It's kind of just like.
It's
I just feel everyone
nerves.
is equal,
It's nerves. I
essentially,
get it.
yeah.
I'm not
Humbleness.
judging. It's nerves. Everybody nervous.
I appreciate your
Because
answer.
now they gotta figure out
and your
intrinsic
transparency.
values.
And you say you were 28?
Yes, 28.
Beautiful.
All right, let's go over here. Your name and age.
My name is Waverly and I am 30 years old. An intrinsic value that I really value is going to be my faith, just because it's taken me a long way in life. And it's something that like you can essentially hold close to you at night. Like when the money's gone, if you don't have a place to sleep, like the Father, the Holy Spirit, Yeshua is my foundation.
Ayana, and I'm 27. I'm a personal trainer.
And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
Definitely being adaptive and being able to give yourself grace.
Oh, the girl at the back.
You're gonna go through things.
You
You're gonna
see
go through ups
her?
and downs. So, for me, it was just the initial attraction. It just wasn't immediate. But I liked everything you had to say, though.
You like the
Thank you.
intrinsic
Now, is she
values.
someone that's your type?
Yes, definitely. You know, I like her whole decorum.
Thank you.
You know, her sense of style is amazing. You know, I love women, so you know. Yeah.
He said, let's just be clear.
I say that. to
I
say
like
that
women's.
I like-
Okay?
I don't have many deal breakers when it comes to like how a woman puts herself together. That's what I mean by I love women. So
I
that's what
like
meant
this
by
guy.
Your decorum.
I like this guy.
Thank
That's
you.
fine.
Put on back.
Now,
Okay,
don't
what'd you
make
end up
me
popping your
regret
balloon?
it.
I love how you're dressed. You look good. You clearly, take pride in your appearance. You came out here today and you look good. When she gave her answer about religion and she said her intrinsic value is like religion and her faith and all that, you said that it was your response was perfect, I think. I'm
No.
not a religious person, so if you value that, then I'm probably like not the person for you because I'm not a religious
Girl,
person.
why would you...
So that's why I pop.
Why would you decide for him what that meant? You know what I'm saying? Because like even the other girl's answer, he was like wonderful. Does that mean that wonderful, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you count yourself out? Why would you decide for him what he values? Give him the chance to finish.
And I don't know. I feel like if he had faith as one of his intrinsic values, he would have said that as someone that he looks, a characteristic he looks for in a woman.
Right.
But he didn't really. He's not giving me a man of God, but I may be wrong. I feel like.
But
he's
he
just trying
also
to
didn't
have
say nothing, though. He didn't say nothing about his faith, whether, things that he wants in a woman or deal breakers. He gave nothing. So, if maybe give yourself to like the next round, because eventually, our late like switches where like women now get to ask the question.
Yeah.
I wish one be like, okay, so how is faith important to you? Then by the time he says like, oh, faith is really not important to me, then you be like, you know what? Whether we go or whether we don't go, but to just decide like because of somebody else's answer, like you're almost projecting at this point. I don't know his faith background or nothing, but this felt like an unnecessary projection based off of what somebody else got going on.
Or it also may be that people come on this and they don't want to sound like too shallow and be like, oh, initial attraction, or maybe I didn't like your necklace or whatever the case is. Maybe she was just trying to look like for an easier way out. Because then if she says that, like she's not a woman of God, or she doesn't like have all these beliefs, then she could just, the internet won't drag her as much. That's what I would do. Because the other lady said initial attraction or whatever. That's kind of hurtful to people's feelings.
I mean, I guess, because with me, it's just like, you probably are right, but like then this kind of reasoning is also low-key to me as a cop-out, almost like, okay, girl, like, you could have waited, because we're gonna play this and figure out his answer. But what if?
Yeah.
What if faith was not, was not a factor for him at all? Child, let's see what that baby gotta say.
And if you don't mind me asking, what do you believe in?
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure. I grew up Pentecostal, like heavily Christian. But right now, I don't have any core beliefs in terms of religion.
Okay, well, I respect that.
Okay.
I would never put anyone down based on their journey because we're all on a journey.
Absolutely.
So I respect that. I believe that two adults could have different belief systems and still respect each other.
Okay.
So I respect you.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, his answer was giving politician, like, cause it's like, okay, shut up, like it wasn't giving like a definite, like yes, no, maybe type kinda. However, comma period, if we're at least gonna take his answer for face value, he still maintains that even if she didn't believe, she would still be a prospect for him. But you called yourself out because you decided for him what he meant, even though he didn't decide for himself. Like, you made that decision for him, and that's unnecessary. Let's see what he gonna ask now. Find the regular word.
What is a passion of yours? Say it's okay if your passion brings you money, but if you were to do something that did not pay you money and you would still find enjoyment out of that, what would that passion be?
Okay. Let's start over here.
My name and age again?
Just answer the question.
Answer the question. Okay. A passion of mine is actually homemaking. Like, I love curating an environment for my friends and family that feels warm and welcoming. So, like, from cooking, baking.
I want him to go with her.
hosting, yeah, I love.
I don't know. I just want
all
him
of
to
that.
go with her.
Yeah.
I appreciate your answer.
And over here, answer this question. Fitness. I love the gym. I live in the gym.
I
most of
know
the
that's
time.
right, girl.
So
Work
as long
out
as
for
I'm
the
able to
both
do
of
that,
us.
It just makes me feel more
Please.
so wholesome.
Work out for me and you.
And let's go to our last lady, your answer.
So, obviously, I would say singing, songwriting. I just really love incorporating sounds of nature in order to just really relax humanity. So,
This lineup is just so
Can I ask her a
beautiful.
question?
If you're ready, go ahead and pop one.
Who he gonna pop? Who is he gonna pop? You pop the fitness. You pop the fitness. You don't want the
I wanted
fitness.
to hear him out. I think he's a well-versed person.
You don't want the
but
fitness.
For me, originally,
I ain't gonna hold you. I would have popped
he seemed
too.
very hesitant when
Because
he
if
came
somebody
in, then I
gonna
heard
leave
him
at the
talk about,
gym,
like,
you're
body
not gonna make
physiques
me
and stuff
feel
like
bad
that, which
about
is fine. You
myself.
like what you like.
Because I'm not gonna go
me
to
just
the
thinking of
gym.
lineup, I'm like, okay, he has a better, stance with other beautiful women compared to me. So that's what it was.
Wait,
That
what
was
she
my thought.
said?
Got it. So
Wait,
wait, gender
wait.
color, her balloon.
Back. What she said? Other beautiful women than me. Girl, you gorgeous. Don't play that. We don't play that.
So I wanted to hear him out. I think he's a well-versed person.
Uh-huh.
But for me, originally, I was going to pop because he seemed very hesitant when it came to me. And then I heard him talking about like body physiques and stuff like that, which is fine. You like what you like. So me just thinking of the lineup, I'm like, okay, he has a better, stance with other beautiful women compared to me. So
I agree though. I do not disagree because I feel like I misheard her first. But remember in the beginning when they first handed him the toothpick to pop, he popped the woman next to her. And then he backed up, went to the other girl, but before he did, he looked at her as if he was about to pop, and then went and popped on the other girl.
I see that.
Once you see me, baby, you got to be in love. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. It's a lot to love. My lips dry right now. My edges undone. But when my husband come home, love. Okay? He love me. As soon as you see me, you got to love me. Once you start once you start, what's the word I'm looking for? Once you start hesitating, okay? Intrinsically hesitating. Once your intrinsic value comes and you start hesitating on me, we cannot go together. I agree with that part, but I don't know. The undertone of it was low-key like other women better than me. I don't know. There's a part of it I felt like, girl, you're trying to play in your own face. Don't do that. We don't do that. This why here's my thing. And Mia, tell me if you disagree.
Let's go.
When these people go on these shows, I feel like when you turn down somebody or even when you go to compliment somebody, at least for me personally, I would keep compliments around the body at minimum. I really love your smile. You seem very well put together. When you start saying things like, because when he popped on the other girl, he said something about physique.
Yeah.
I feel like when you start mentioning body types or body preferences, you can unintentionally set yourself up that the other women look at themselves and be like, oh, so if he say he likes her, then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
things like with looks, just keep it at bay. If that's not something that really matters, because then he had said something along the lines of he just likes women who put themselves together.
Yeah.
When you look at this lineup, everybody's put together, right? So if you don't have a specific body type, mentioning that can almost like, you can hurt yourself, unintentionally, I feel like.
Yeah, but he does have a specific body type, though.
Which is, maybe I didn't hear.
He didn't say it, but it just seems like they're not his body type. You know?
How did you deduce that? Intrinsically. Because we're talking about intrinsic value when it comes to this man. How did you deduce that?
I don't know. I feel like he's leaning more towards the skinnier ones. Cause like she said, he was hesitant to like to pop her balloon first, and then he popped the other ones. Not that they're bigger or whatever the case is, but I just feel like he's saying it without saying it. Like,
but when you look at the two people he
physique
popped, the
mentioning
two
thing.
people he popped were both skinny.
Yeah, and I don't know what his thing is.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
has a specific physique that he likes. That I don't know.
Because now he's smiling. Why are you smiling?
Why do you end up popping her balloon?
Be honest with you, when I saw you do that pump fake, I was like, yeah, I didn't even have to think after that. You know, at first it was hard because I was really examining all three exceptional options. You know, all three of you are my type. You know what I'm saying? So I see beauty in different ways. So maybe one thing might not fit me, but maybe you might fit me. You know, so I just popped basically because I saw you do the pump fake, like you about to pop it. So I was like, you know what? If you're hesitant about me, then I'd rather go with someone that's sure.
Y'all are playing in your own faces. A part of him is giving me calculated. Where like he's thinking about what he's saying. Which some people may find that problematic. I don't. I need for you to think before you speak. Because a lot of us are just coming on this here show or any other platforms and just talking without thought. You know what I'm saying? So him thinking about what he's saying, I appreciate that. Yeah, did to each other the same thing. You almost popped on her. She almost popped on you. And then now the balloon popped. Like, what?
Fair enough, thank you.
He not fighting for her though. So let's just leave it
Two
alone.
remaining ladies another question.
He gonna go with Christian girl.
Do you value romance?
That's the
And
one
if you do,
He
what
gonna
would
go with
be
Christian girl.
a romantic date in your mind? You know, from start to finish, what would your ideal romantic date be?
Okay, start there and then come back.
This question I like, but I also don't like it. Please. On one hand, okay. If I tell you what I like, then that gives you like a way for you to go ahead and plan for what I like. But sometimes I also don't want to feel like I'm doing the work for you to plan the very thing.
Yeah.
Right? So in conversations, the things that I'm saying or I'm drawing maybe like, interest of. Say like we're walking, I'm like, oh dang, like those flowers are really cute. Make a mental note. Next time, surprise me with the said flowers.
Yeah.
Instead of me to be like, I'm writing you a 3-page essay, double space. I like movies. But before we go out to eat, I need to go ahead, before we go out to the movies, I need to go ahead and eat something. Mashed potatoes, broccoli, no asparagus because it's going to make me gassy. And then we're going to go ahead and get some ice cream. That's my perfect date. At that point, I've done the work for you. If you see that I always mention a particular restaurant in talking, take me there. But then again, on another side, do you think he's trying to gauge how much money these women are going to make you spend on the first date? Because it's like if sisters mention that let's go to the theater.
Yeah.
Now we go to the ballet performance. And then we go ahead and go to the baby's going to be like, now I'm calculating and I cannot go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, because some people don't like spending a lot on first dates because it's like, okay, we're just getting to know each other. We don't even know if there's going to be a second date and stuff. But I feel like it's an appropriate question, granted that he doesn't know them. So it's like, okay, like, let me just see what you like kind of fish, you know?
But like, what does somebody's idea of a first date tell you about them? Do you think that's what he's fishing more so for?
Yeah, maybe like their hobbies and stuff. Like, let's say someone likes to go to the movies, or let's say someone likes to do like some extravagant stuff or spontaneous things. Because like he said, he likes to jet ski, he likes to do all these things. So if someone likes to do more like those outdoorsy stuff, you can kind of like maybe tell them a little bit more if they're like an introvert and extrovert type thing. But not first date wise, because people usually go to dinner, so I don't really know.
Yeah, perhaps he's trying to gauge their interest. I feel like I know for me, I'm more so leaning on he's trying to gauge how much money?
The budget.
How much money? Like, okay, are these girls is gonna be expensive? Like, what is? Because dudes are still arguing on who gonna pay for the first day. They want you to go ahead and come out the house. Like, they're still arguing online. They're still arguing, and then gonna be like, coffee date is fine, sir.
Let's go to the park like that.
The park? If I'm trying to walk, I'm finna walk with the Lord. No, I'm not walking with you nowhere, please. Oh Lord, let's see what please say something expensive. Let's see what this baby gonna do.
All right. So a romantic date for me would, well, I don't know. I would say I'm very easygoing.
No,
whatever.
no,
Really
no, no. We're not easygoing. We are hard and we are coming. No, we're not easygoing. No, 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 no. That's how these dudes are getting out of pocket because we're so easygoing. No, we're not easy. We're not going nowhere. It's hard and we're coming. All the ways we're coming. Okay? You see my wing?
On how attentive we are to each other, if we're actively listening. You could even just pick an apple off the tree and just tell me.
No! She said you can pick an apple off the tree and make me eat it. Girl! No! No! What are you, Eve? Did we not learn about apples? What the heck? Did we not learn? Did we not learn about the doggone apples?
Jesus Christ.
Girl, if you don't mention something that makes some doggone sense, what? No. She gonna say some apple, please.
Sounds real corny, but I'm someone who's real simple. Like, we can just take a walk in the park, have a really in-depth conversation. So
walk with the Lord.
In the night under the stars, maybe just sitting on a blanket. So,
girl, yo, with $5, I could take our good sis out on a date. Okay, we finna go out there. What the heck? We finna walk. We gonna pick up an apple from the tree, and then we gonna put a blanket down. Look at the stars. That's $5, girl. You a down plus 99, girl.
Great answer.
It's giving Pygmisha. Oh no.
No, it's not a great answer.
No, it's not. Also, how I'm here? Wait, play it back.
Is it not the app?
No, I think it went back. Say something nice.
Piggybacking maybe on her don't be cheap now.
Oh,
I like really elevated like dining experience.
yes.
So maybe a nice dinner, but then after dinner being able to like go dancing, whether it be like salsa. I really love like soca music. Yeah, so an activity and food combination would be
Great answer.
I'm gonna switch it on over to them now. So, ladies, any questions for him?
Ask him.
Yeah, I have several.
Go for it.
Okay.
Ask your
My
question.
first one is: do you partake in any what's it called? Any drug use of any kind?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Where are the others?
Oh, okay. What is if you are a man of faith, like what is your faith, and like what does your day-to-day look like with spending time with God, if that's something that you do?
Okay, so I'm a Christian, and basically my day-to-day walk would be me waking up in the morning. First thing I do, I have like a bottle of water by my bed. I drink that. I pray to God, thank him for waking me up this
What
morning.
that got to do with your faith? That may be something to hydrate.
On my body are in
Is
perfect
that the
working
water
order.
of life?
A lot of people take that
Living
for
water.
granted, to be able to just wake up and get out of your bed on your own will and to be healthy, So I don't take that for granted, and I thank him every day for that. That's the first thing I do. And then I ask him to basically guide my steps throughout the day, So when I
Intrinsically.
wake up, you know, everything from what I eat to, you know, showering. I'm always like talking
You
to
talking
like,
the Lord
different
in the
intervals
shower?
of the day. Like I'd say like a little short prayer like, all right, I'm about to go on the street. You know, there's traffic out
This
there.
baby
People
lying.
meet in
This
traffic. I
baby
just ask for
lying. I'm
guidance
talking
along my
about
journey
lying.
to get there.
It's
and
giving
get back to
drummer
my
boy
family,
line.
you know, safely.
It's giving PK child line.
Do you have kids and where do
You
live?
praying in the shower?
I do not have any children.
Father
As
God,
of yet.
wash me
I
away.
live in
Sanctify. Sir.
Do you have any children? And where do you live?
I live in
He
Dallas.
lying.
Texas. Okay.
He lying.
Good.
Yes.
All right, let's head down over here.
But church girl
Okay,
gonna
any
go for
questions over
him.
here?
Absolutely. Do you believe in crying in front of your woman?
Ah. So you want him to take you on a You want him to take you on a $5 date where y'all are walking or sitting on the blanket and you want him to start crying? What?
She could have phrased that. Do you believe in being vulnerable?
Yeah.
Are you vulnerable? Like crying in front of your woman?
That
It was just.
a random, because
Right.
like intrinsically he's taken aback. He don't know what to do with that intrinsically. What the hell? Girl. It don't make no sense. And I'm not against men crying. I think crying is healthy for everybody. Everybody should be able to release their emotions and cry. Right? But then you also have men who abuse tears. They'll play in your face and then they'll just cry. No. Like, no.
Oh my God.
Crying doesn't mean you're emotionally mature. People can weaponize anything, tears
yeah.
included.
Emotional manipulation.
Yeah, how many men you know in church, they out here like, just crying. And then meanwhile, they got 75 wives and 2 side families. No. Crying don't mean a doggone thing. We are only 20 minutes into this show.
Only the first man too.
That's the only first man child. I feel like I'm gonna make this like a series. Once we're done with this man, I'm finna let y'all go. Then I'm gonna record another one and then we'll just make that be that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ah, why is this not playing?
I'm not a very crying person. You know what I'm saying?
Understand.
But I do show emotion and I do show vulnerability. But to
There you
break
go.
out crying, I'm not built like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm built as I have like an intestinal fortitude inside of me. So
Which one
if
intestinal
something's going
fortitude?
bad, you know,
We're intestinal. Oh my God. Yo, if this is this baby's intestines, inside of it, okay? This is intestines. Inside the intestines, in here, it's a fortitude. What? You mean you're emotionally constipated? Oh my Lord, fortitude of the intestine. You gotta get that checked. That ain't right. Well, let's hear it again, child.
you live
I live in Dallas.
Oh Lord.
Texas, okay?
Oh
Perfect.
my God,
Yes.
wait. Oh God. And he thought about that real hard.
I'm not a very crying person. You know what I'm saying?
Understand.
But I do show emotion
got
and I
the
do
first
show
girl, though,
vulnerability.
and
But I'm not built like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm built
Oh my
as
Lord.
I have like an intestinal fortitude inside.
Wait,
of me, so
let me show ya. The first girl on this here video, I love her. I love her. Nobody talking to her. Look at her.
break out crying. I'm not.
Oh
I'm
my
not built like that, you know what I'm
Lord.
saying? If
Intestinal
something's going bad,
fortitude.
you know, I recoup, regather myself, and I think of solutions on how I could get over that obstacle.
Are you processing before you
For
think
me to
of the
get to the point of
solutions?
crying, that's never gonna happen. Or
Never.
Before I say never, it would rarely. Like the chances are very slim.
Sir, it's
You know what
okay
I'm
for
saying?
you
But
to cry. It's okay. And I feel like Madame $5 date actually wants you to cry. She wants you to go ahead and take her for a walk. On the walk, start crying. Right? Like, It's okay.
Yeah.
We need to deal with this level of, tightness in our masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to cry. Not randomly, but it's okay for you to cry. You know? Jesus wept. You could cry. Like, what the heck?
Express to you, like, hey, babe, something going on with me right now. I'm not feeling, certain things, and I probably bounce some ideas off you, and because I like the inside of a woman as well. I'm very driven, I'm very focused, and I know what I want. But at the same time, I have a partner. I like to see things through her eyes, through her vision, because believe it or not, I don't know everything. My woman might see something that I can't see.
So is it something that you're comfortable with if it were to happen to the point where...
Dang, she really wants somebody to cry.
I believe in mental health. So if it gets to a point where my mental health is in danger, then of course you got to let it out. You know what I'm saying? Of course, yeah, you got to let it out.
But he got his fortitude though, so you ain't got to worry about that.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
He ain't gonna cry, girl.
Whatever it is, so yes, if it comes to that point where my mental health would be on the verge of breaking, I would definitely, have that.
So you got to reach the point of breaking
do you have any
down.
children, and where do you live?
I don't have any kids, but I currently live in Dallas, Texas.
Okay. And are you okay with commuting to Florida?
Yeah, I love traveling.
Okay, perfect.
Now with $5, maybe you could save all that money from the date to fly her in and out.
Those are two wonderful ladies. They had a lot of great responses. I know this one's going to be tough for you, but we do have to pop a balloon.
Who he gonna go with? Who will it be? Will it be the $5 date, Madame Cry a lot? Hey!
All right,
You didn't want to cry. That's why she popped.
They'd be a beautiful pair, for sure. So, yeah.
Aww.
Hey, blocking your own blessings, but...
Exactly. Why would you decide that?
You're African, right?
We're all from
Understandable. Well, I mean, yeah.
You're gonna assume
It's
he's
giving
African.
African, but yeah, it just seems like y'all would be such a beautiful pair, for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Why y'all doing this? Ladies, why y'all doing this?
They come here and then they block their own
Like,
blessings.
why y'all doing this?
This is a man.
Like, what is that about?
I don't know, bro.
It just feels like there will be a better couple. Let him decide that. Why are you deciding for him? How do you feel about
guessing you're
celibacy?
saying celibacy
Intrinsically.
towards marriage, or
Correct.
okay.
Intrinsically.
I mean, I'm a Christian man, so
Uh-huh.
I respect that. And
Do you practice
that's
it?
not a deal breaker for me, because I have
What do you
built
have?
up a
A fortitude inside your
emotional
loins.
intelligence, and
Emotionally.
my just I don't have any I don't have anything against that.
Have
He
you ever
gon-
practiced
Ex-
celibacy?
Have you
Yes,
practiced?
While in a relationship?
Ah.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
He lied.
Was it successful? I mean, sometimes it's not. I mean, God gives grace.
Was it
Yeah,
successful?
So you're saying, have I practiced celibacy in a relationship, and was
She
it
said what she
successful?
said.
Were you successful in the celibacy?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
He lied. He lied.
Okay, what gender popping?
He
I
lied.
think it was the hesitation at the beginning about the celibacy, and then when you were explaining like your day-to-day walk with the Lord, I think prayer is one aspect. I'm also looking for someone who incorporates reading their Bible into that as well, because I think it can be hard to hear from God. Yes, we're praying, but it can be hard to hear from God if we're not also reading His Word.
Because
respect
he
that. I
was
mean,
lying.
I do read my Bible.
Who talks to the
it's
Lord in
just
the shower? I'm not
in
saying
the
it's impossible.
unconventional.
But you mean to tell me you got
setting
the
that we're in
loofah
right
over
now,
here and you
it
pleading
slipped
the
my mind.
blood?
I'm not gonna
No.
remember every little thing, every little
Yeah, that's
detail.
fair, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you would have asked me that, I would have, gracefully just answered and tell you, yes, I do read my Bible at some point during the day.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so Muya, what are your final thoughts?
My final thought, I wanted him to live with that girl, but some of his answers were just okay. I feel like maybe he would have done good with the girl in blue, but she disqualified herself. Or maybe the other $5 date one, because It didn't seem like religion was
Madame
that,
shed a tears.
yeah, like was that important to them. Like
Nothing
really,
is important to her. Not a date. Not she just wants you to cry.
you know what I mean? Like religion wise, like I think he was trying to do like the over exaggerating with the prayer thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe she's just looking for like a really religious person. Cause yeah,
I don't know that I'll say she's really looking for like a truly religious person. I think she's looking for somebody who is not just a church goer, but an actual follower of Christ.
yeah, that.
This man gave to me like I believe, but you know what I'm saying? Like you know,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
his
saying? Like grace
routine
is
kind of
sufficient.
Seemed like it
You know?
wasn't a real thing. That
Yeah,
he
like
did.
he made that up right
Yeah.
then and there.
And she really called him when she had asked like, oh, like do you like said that reading the Bible was one of the reasons that she popped her balloon, because he could have easily incorporated that if he's gonna mention how many times and where he prays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like. But he's trying to like be like, oh well, if you had asked, I would have told you that I read my Bible.
That shouldn't have
Why
had
didn't
to
you
be
tell me?
asked.
I asked you, how is your walk with Christ? You told me about praying 30 times.
Exactly. Before you eat in the shower, you're here, you know, scrubbing your toes. You praying, shandaraba say, exactly, intrinsically.
His water.
Like he just sound like I don't know. This should be a testament of like be your true, authentic self. Because this girl was.
Lived for him to live with. Because I'm saying like the $5 date one or the girl in blue.
Nobody should be living with a $5 date girl, and I'm not even saying this shadily, but it's just giving Pikmisha energy at this point. Really? You okay with the $5 date? Somebody could give you an apple from the doggone tree, like girl. What? As a first date. You know what I'm saying? Because I have no problem with an apple. Give me an apple, like, you know, we together. We could eat apples. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just was giving vibes. Like, maybe I'm just a type A person, but to me, just was giving, like, I'm never gonna blame women for the behaviors of men. Mm-hmm. However, come a period, there's certain behavior that us as women we exhibit sometimes encourages men to give us the bare minimum.
Yeah.
This was giving that. Just give me an apple if you don't walk. Your only thing with him was, can you cry? Like, girl, I don't know that I like that. You know, I don't know that I cared for that right now. You know, maybe she's just like a flowy girl. So let me not be too, you know, maybe she's just like an easygoing, I just like, you know, vibe and do whatever I want to do type kind of girl. Comment down below and let me know. I'm going to leave the link to the episode. This is going to be part 1. We've only seen man number 1, okay? After I'm done with this, we're going to start with man number 2. And we're just going to let it do what it do, okay? Subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you always know when I upload. And I'm going to go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Bye, Z.